we have not came today to look at the Halloween update. We have returned to Miner's Haven, and this time, it's like it's for the first time again. We are going to make a new Miner's Haven series before Sacrifice 3 comes out, because why the hell not? So, we don't have to waste any time. We're just going to jump straight in and get right to the action. And yes, it's going to be a new save file. Welcome to Miner's Haven. This is what they have now? Wonderful. Wonderful. Welcome to Miner's Haven. This old mining base looks like it used to make a lot of money. Maybe you can restore it to working money. Alright, looks good to me. Oh man. Like, where do I even begin? It's been so long. Well, first things first, I'm gonna withdraw all, because who wants a base looking that whack? Also, my Bluetooth headphones won't cooperate with my microphone, so I'm having to use my old busted headset that doesn't even have ear pads, so I'm using 2 socks to cushion the blow between my ears and the rough plastic. So needless to say, I came prepared to make a brand new Miner's Haven series with you guys. Mr. Lobster is calling us too. Might as well pick up, because if we don't, he's just gonna keep calling like a telemarketer. Alright, well, if memory serves me well, I think cell furnaces are kind of the way to go to start. Also, I'm not going to be using any of the other items, because that's just no fun. Here, I'll put up a toothpick wall. I don't think that'll be cheating at all. If I remember correctly, iron excavators are the way to go. Or just excavators in general to start. So until then, we'll just have a nice conversation about how my drip is on point. Until I get to $25,000. Alright, 25,000. So basically, this entire game, at least for the very first part of the game, is pretty much press the button Z simulator. And that's what we got going on here. Which I'm not exactly opposed to, because it's not like any person that just immediately jumps into this game is going to know to do that. I like how... I don't know when this happened. I could have swore this used to be buttons on this thing, but now it's just... I suppose they thought that would have been too hard to press buttons, so now we just... Instead of physical buttons on the mine, it's just your keyboard button. Oh man, so when was the first series I did? I think that was like 5 years ago, wasn't it? Is that how long is that how old we are now? I mean, it's only half a decade for the same exact game on Roblox, so it's just another day in the office as far as I'm concerned. Alright, sell incinerator. I should probably make a little bit more money. Yeah, I'm making a little bit more money. So I immediately made back the money I spent on that thing. Is there anything I can do with this acquired cash? 500 million for that excavator. That's gonna take too long. So how good are these things? $120,000 mine has to be better, right? Oh yeah, it's a lot better. Man, I feel like I'm playing this for the first time. Like, look at this, guys. It's Miner's Haven. Life 1. I feel like I should have had a timer and tried to do this as fast as humanly possible. Because I'm not gonna like the process itself, we're just gonna enjoy it as it comes. Because I'm not gonna intentionally like be slow at all. I'm just gonna try and rebirth as fast as possible and see how far we can get in this first episode. It's not going to be like a Minecraft series where after episode 1 I'm already got netherite armor that's enchanted to the max level and we already killed the ender dragon. We're not going to go that speed, but we'll see where we go. So I'm going to buy like 700 of these and then another 700 of these. We'll go with about that many. And then if I remember correctly, I can just do this. Oh yeah. And this should make me a little bit more money. Alright, so I just have to do this for, what, another minute and a half or so. Get some research points on the way. A whole 2 of them, times 9. That's 18, just in case you guys didn't know. That was sarcasm, by the way. Just in case someone was actually too young to be watching this video. Alright, so if memory serves me well, what I want to do is save up for that way up high upgrader. And then that's when the real happiness begins. How much better is this cell furnace. Is it better by a lot, or is it like barely better? All right, it's barely better, so I'm not gonna get that again. I'm not gonna lie, guys. These sock ear cushions are not that effective, and my ears are starting to hurt. But I'm just gonna laugh through the pain and keep going, just like my character. I mean, if this isn't the actual physical embodiment of pain, then I don't exactly know what would be. I mean, I'm showing off several of my emotions here. You know, you got the relatively almost normal looking one, and then you have the serial killer one, and then you have the... Can I press Z and this? Oh yeah, I can. That'll help a little bit. So we'll just do this for a little bit longer. So what I'm gonna do is buy one of those. I'm gonna buy 30 of these as well. I don't know, does this thing work still? If so, I'm gonna buy a few. I think this thing works if I put it before the thing. The setup, that is. So I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get one of those. And I think that's about all I can buy. Get one of those. I'm just gonna haphazardly throw something together here. So I'm gonna get my pulsar. I'm gonna get this thing to make sure the ore has a very nice, safe route down to the conveyor. Alright, there we go. There's my ingenious setup here. I think the only thing I am genuinely gonna buy is a reversible conveyor, which I feel like you'd probably be able to get 25 UC, maybe, hopefully. So I'm gonna do that. Let's just throw a remote diamond mine on it. I mean, it won't hurt anything, I don't think. And let that do its thing for a while. Alright, so I don't think there's any possible way these ores can kill themselves, right? I mean, knowing that this game is Miner's Haven, they'll find a way. But hopefully they don't. Every single time I do one of these, I swear, I like look back in 5 minutes and every single ore is missing. Now, I probably don't want to get too many on there, because they'll probably just like glitch themselves out of existence. So I'm gonna roll with like this many. And in the meantime, as those ores upgrade to their max, I'm going to get more money to afford the furnace I'm going to use for them. And probably the rest of the setup. No, these ores are holding up very well. Oh, until I press Z too close to it on accident. But yeah, they haven't killed themselves. Only I did. Just instinct, man. I've been pressing this excavator over here. Oh, we have our first casualty. Do you see that ore? It's not supposed to be doing that. It's not going to be much of a setup at all. It's just going to be a couple upgraders and a furnace slapped at the end of it. Furnace, it's that one probably. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to use this one. It's safe. Portable ore advancers. I don't really think there's anything else I could be using. That isn't, like, premium, that is. To any of my OCD viewers, you're welcome. I'm going to keep it like that. Alright, is there anything else I can use, upgrader-wise? Maybe the radioactive refiner, which I already have, so might as well try it. Hopefully the ores don't immediately blow up for no reason. Alright, I'm ready. Unfortunately, the ores aren't. So in the meantime, let's talk about a couple things. I got a new computer. That's not the reason I haven't been uploading, but I had to set up some stuff there. So hopefully the video and audio looks nice. I mean, the video will definitely run, the game will definitely runs better. So hopefully that translates in a better video quality, right? At least in terms of frame rate. And as for the upload schedule, I'm going to say being too busy is the lesser important part, and more so just the I don't know what to make videos on is the more important part. So I figured since Sacrifice 3 is going to take a while, and the Miner's Haven Halloween update's the same, I finally got all my stuff set up, and now I should make a Miner's Haven series. So that's where I'm at right now. How about you guys? How you doing? Doing good? That's good. I'm gonna give these ores about 5 more seconds, and then I'm gonna release them into the afterlife of this furnace. Make sure there's no completely botched flaws on the setup. No, it's a straight line. Make sure that's going the right way. No, everything looks good to me. I just have to wait till every ore is equally loved by this way up high upgrader. I think it's good. I'll let a few go just to make sure, but not all of them. We'll get a nice tasty warm up of what we got here. Oh, all right. So it's a little higher. I'm totally gonna put a advanced ore scanner at the end of this setup. I feel like that's part of the reason I did it, is so I could get that and then send the rest of the ores through and get the rest of the money. Alright, come on, friends. Now, if you would hit that scanner, that would be very helpful. Oh, yes. There you go. Put yourself directly in there. Alright, so now I got $4 trillion. I don't quite remember what to do with all that money. I think I'm just gonna put like 6,000 way up high upgraders down and go from there. Maybe get a better mine. Knowing how this is gonna go quite soon, I think I'm just gonna get a half a thousand way up high upgraders, and then as soon as I get enough money from those, I can get the real setup going. And if I remember how good a panite mine is, that's probably what I want to get the ores. Alright, I'm gonna withdraw the base. It feels just like yesterday I was making these types of setups. But no, it was actually almost 7 years ago. Actually, it was 7 years ago. There is people old enough today to play this game that are younger than this game. That hurts my brain. Isn't this a creative, lucrative, exciting looking setup where I just place a bunch of the same upgrader down? There we go. It's that one right there. That's the winner. Alright, so let's just see what we're dealing with just to start. Alright, fair. Now we're gonna make it more money. There we go. Doesn't that look nice, neat, and tidy for all that money? I'm gonna roll with this for a moment. Immediately get a better furnace. And have it placed correctly. There we go. And now I wait for a little bit more money. I like how you have to unlock these upgraders as if you're actually going to be using them at life 550. You're not even going to be using them at life 10 if you're lucky enough. Alright, so I think I'm going to buy just as many of these as I can. So we're going to do this entire process again. Except instead of way up high upgraders, it's going to be Freyons. We're getting there. I think the upgrade slows down once it gets near the cap. So I think I'm just not going to bother with the rest once it gets high enough. Alright, so I got 3 more of these. And then I'm going to place some nuclear conveyors here. As these will be Schrodinger's. My favorite thing playing Miner's Haven earlier was seeing the ores smack against the wall as they come through the first line of Schrodinger's. And then watching them immediately get thrusted into the second line. So that's exactly what I'm going to have it look like. Sure, we'll stop it about there. I couldn't imagine needing that many more than that. I don't know how this works, but that is what I'm going to use. This alien is stopping the ores. Alright, and then we're just going to have it go through the normal setup as normal. Probably that many is good for the Freyons. And then we just place the sacrificial altar as normal. With the ore scanner. And rebirth incoming. Because as soon as I have enough money for a Schrodinger, it begins. So the Freyon blast upgrader speed is the difference between that alien making these ores not get blasted into outer space. So let's see if this works again. No, they just completely avoid him this time. Well, that's too bad, isn't it? Alright, so we can't use the alien as the wall, so I guess we're just going to use this goddamn mine. Oh, I need to get my ore replicator. What am I doing? That's a free 2 times. Which, when you're at this point of the game, that's actually substantial. Gonna have room there for orbitals in the future. Then I'm just gonna place that. And we win. Alright, I have enough money for a Schrodinger. Alright, here is where the special begins. Schrodingers are always the funnest part about the early game. Because you never know what they're going to give you. They can give you an ore that's worth the most money you've ever seen in your life, or they can give you an ore worth $2. It's really just something quite special. So, this is when the game really... This is when it begins. That ore's worth $1. Let's go. It's going to be worth a massive 10 by the time it gets to the end. This is the part where we wait for an ore that's worth a lot. Like that one, to come through my setup. You can go right in there. There you go. Alright. And then as soon as all my Schrodingers get included, it's really just a waiting game to win. That's a big winner. Ooh, man. Alright, place the last 3 down and we'll be good. And we simply wait. If we get an ore that's good, but not enough, we get some orbitals. And then after that, we win. And see, we got one that's not enough to win, but it's worth a decent amount. Might be able to get an orbital off of this. Not quite. How about that one? That one's good. So, our rebirth is imminent. Even with this small of amount of Schrodingers. That's a $1 ore, isn't it? Yeah, it is. 12 Schrodingers? Which, for old Miner's Haven, would not have generally been enough to get the job done. But modern Miner's Haven, it's a completely different story, as you can tell. Oh my god, that's it. That's the one. That is the one. At least it might be. Oh, almost. Alright, so now we just wait for an ore worth a little over $2 quadrillion to come through. That probably won't be enough. I think I need it to be worth about 10. I never really... I don't think the ores blowing up is a bad thing. I think it just happens. Because if I remember correctly, I've had ores blow up that have came through that ended up being phenomenal ores. That's not one of them. But yeah, we keep getting $1 ores. Alright, with the giant rock placed, it'll be absolutely no time before we get an ore that's worth anything. Oh. Oh, well, there we go. I think my game just broke. None of the ores are functioning anymore. So yeah, my game broke. Alright, cool. So yeah, I don't know what happened. My Schrodingers stopped being Schrodingers, and my setup just stopped working. Right before... Oh, I could just sell this in Rebirth, alright. But I'm gonna do that in a separate server, considering this one just went AFK on me. We're back. Time to Rebirth. And this time we're just jumping into the normal server. Oh man, look at this wonderful setup. Alright, time to Rebirth. You know, I would get a Frozen Justice as my first Reborn. And that's not necessarily a horrible thing. If I remember correctly, this is what I got as my first Reborn on my actual first playthrough of this game back in 2015. So, it's fitting in a way to get it again. You know, I think this is a perfect top-off to the first episode of this new series. So welcome to the brand new Miner's Haven series, where we just play through the game, enjoy ourselves, have a nice cozy cup of coffee, and go through the vibes as if they were for the first time. Alright? We're Miner's Haven virgins again, as far as I'm concerned. Let's bask in the glory of my new powerful furnace that I got from rebirthing. Isn't that something? Alright, so that'll do it for this. Thanks for watching. I'm back. I'm actually back this time. So expect more frequent videos, especially with this new series involved. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in 6 months for my next upload. You know, this was meant to be a dramatic exit, but it really just was the complete opposite.
Oh, yes!
Hey, Vsauce! Michael here.